Welcome back. Have you ever witnessed someone disrespect a person you love, someone gentle and defenseless, and felt something inside you ignite, something primal, protective, unstoppable? Because that's exactly what happened to me last Thanksgiving in a crowded supermarket with my grandmother beside me, and a stranger who thought he could bully her and walk away without consequences. If you've ever tasted the satisfaction of sweet, poetic justice, stick around because what started as a normal holiday shopping trip turned into one of the most satisfying revenge moments of my life. And real quick, if stories where rude people get exactly what they deserve give you even a little spark of joy, like this video, hit subscribe and tell me in the comments what kind of karma moment you would have delivered. Trust me, you'll want to be here for this one, so let's dive in. It was the day before Thanksgiving, the kind of shopping day where every aisle feels like a battlefield. Carts jammed together, kids crying, frantic parents trying to grab the last can of cranberry sauce like it's gold. The whole store smelled like cinnamon pine cones and stress. But I was actually enjoying the chaos because I was with my grandmother. She's in her 70s, tiny with soft silver hair and hands that always shake just a little. She taught me everything about patience and kindness. She's the type who apologizes when someone bumps into her. She doesn't deserve even 1 ounce of disrespect from anyone. We were moving slowly through the produce section, just talking about what pie she wanted to bake, when I heard this loud, dramatic harumph behind us. You know that sound, someone purposely trying to let the world know they're annoyed? At first, I ignored it. But then this guy, a thick man in his mid-40s, red face, expensive jacket, like he's constantly angry at everything, shoved his cart forward so aggressively that it slammed into ours. The impact jolted my grandmother as she grabbed the handle to steady herself. She looked shocked, like a scared kitten. Now, most normal humans would say something like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there." But not this guy. Instead, with the smuggest, most self-righteous voice, he muttered loudly, "Some people really are rude." At first, I actually thought I misheard. I turned around, half expecting a laugh, like maybe this was some badly executed joke. But no, he was glaring straight at us like we had done something to inconvenience him. My blood heated instantly. I felt my heartbeat in my ears and my jaw locked so tight it hurt. I wanted to say something, anything. I wanted to defend her so badly. But my grandmother, being the saint she is, squeezed my arm gently and whispered, "It's okay, sweetheart. Let it go." And then she tried to keep shopping, pretending it didn't happen. But I saw her hand trembling. And something in me snapped. Because there's a special kind of anger that hits you when someone disrespects a person who raised you, protected you, fed you, loved you without asking anything in return. It's not just anger, it's fire. I didn't yell, I didn't confront him. Instead, I watched him walk away, pushing through the crowd like he owned the place. And every step he took scratched deeper into my brain. For the next few minutes, I stayed quiet, but inside something was brewing. I replayed the moment over and over, my grandma flinching, this man acting like we were beneath him. I could practically hear my heartbeat, loud and steady, like marching steps toward a decision I knew I was going to make. About 5 minutes later, I spotted him again, but this time near the restrooms at the back of the store. He parked his cart right near the hallway entrance, clearly in a hurry, and power-walked inside. And that's when the idea hit me. It unfolded in my mind instantly, perfectly like a movie scene. Not violent, not confrontational, but beautifully, poetically inconvenient. The kind of revenge that stings harder because it's subtle. I turned to my grandmother and said, "I'm going to check something back in produce. I'll be right back." She nodded, already focused on comparing canned pumpkin brands. Then I walked, not rushed, not suspicious, straight toward the cart he'd left unattended. And there it was, stacked cases of water bottles, like little blue flags marking it unmistakably as his. Full cart, probably close to finishing his shopping. Hours of work gone in seconds. I looked around. No cameras in direct sight, no employees nearby. No one paying attention. Perfect. I grabbed the handle slowly, quietly, like I was defusing a bomb. And with the most casual expression, I started pushing it away, far from the restroom hallway, far from where he'd remember leaving it. And I wasn't just hiding it. Oh no. I wheeled that cart through multiple aisles, making sharp turns, weaving between shoppers like a secret agent on a mission. Every step made me grin wider. People pass by without a second look because who questions someone pushing a cart in a grocery store? Finally, I found the perfect spot. An abandoned corner near the employee entrance, half blocked by stacked cardboard boxes and unused equipment where nobody would naturally go looking. I wedged the cart into the tight space, making sure it was out of sight from every angle. Prison for groceries. Then I dusted off my hands like I just completed a masterpiece and walked back to find my grandmother, feeling lighter than air. When I rejoined her in the checkout line, she looked up at me sweetly and said, "Find what you needed." I tried so hard not to smile like a maniac. "Yes, Grandma," I said. I just remembered something funny, but fate wasn't done delivering satisfaction. Because as we stood there loading items onto the conveyor belt, guess who appeared? Mr. Rude and entitled human disaster himself, storming through the store like a bull on caffeine, his face twisted into the most furious confusion I'd ever seen. He looked left, right, spinning, retracing steps, darting around like an animal searching for a lost child. Except it was just his cart, and the best part? Every time someone got too close, he snapped at them like they were the problem. I leaned on the checkout counter, watching him with absolute serenity. It felt like the universe itself was giving me a warm hug. My grandma noticed my smirk and asked, "What's got you smiling like that?" And I said, "Just remembered something funny," because she didn't need to know. That revenge wasn't about pride or cruelty. It was about defending someone who deserved respect, someone who spent her whole life giving kindness to the world, and who should never, ever be made to feel small. We finished paying, walked out calmly, and as we reached the parking lot, I glanced back through the window. He was still hunting, still angry, still lost. And for a moment, I wondered what was going through his head. Did he think someone stole his cart? Did he think he was losing his mind? Did he replay his actions and wonder if karma was coming for him? I hope so. Not because I wanted him to suffer, but because sometimes the universe needs a little help reminding people that cruelty has consequences, even small ones. And walking to the car with my arm around my grandmother, I felt this warm rush of satisfaction, not petty, not childish, but deeply protective. Justice served quietly, perfectly. Because you don't mess with someone's grandmother, ever. So what's the lesson here? Kindness isn't weakness. Quiet people aren't doormats. And sometimes the best revenge isn't yelling or fighting, it's watching someone face the mess they created, alone, confused, powerless. And the world needs more people willing to defend the gentle ones. Thank you for listening to this story. If it made you smile or reminded you of someone you go to war for, like this video and hit subscribe. And tell me in the comments what's the most satisfying karma moment you've ever witnessed, because I promise the best stories are the real ones. I'll see you in the next video.